There are lots of different reasons why rappers don't make it with their music career, so let's break it down.
You know that we coming liar. I'ma keep praying to Gaia. Tell those little niggas stop it. Tell my mama that I got this. You know that we coming liar.
What's going on? It's Pimp Fried Rice. Welcome to the Music Into Millions podcast, where we give independent rappers the tools and resources needed to be successful without needing to wait on a record label. And like I said, today we're going to talk about different reasons why rappers don't succeed in their music career, why they just don't make it, and why they never take it to the next level. So there are a whole bunch of reasons why, but today I want to focus on 5 main ones. And I want to talk about these things so that way you don't fall into the same trap as these other rappers and you can actually be successful with your music career and you can take it to the next level. So the first reason that rappers aren't successful with their music career is there's no consistency to when they drop their music. And now, if you think about it, whenever there's a TV show that you may like on, that's actually like airing on TV, they give you a set time and schedule for whenever they're going to be releasing new episodes for that show. So, for example, like Game of Thrones, I don't know the actual date, but let's say it comes out on Tuesdays at 8 p.m. So now you know every single Tuesday at 8 p.m. there's going to be an episode airing of Game of Thrones, and you can either expect a new episode or at least a rerun of an episode that's already aired, but you know that on this specific TV network at 8 p.m. on Tuesdays, that's when Game of Thrones shows up. The reason they do that is so that way fans know, one, where to find them, because that's a huge thing. If fans don't know if you're posting today or tomorrow or in 3 weeks or where it's happening, then they're not going to know where to check out your music or where to find you, and that's going to make listening to your music pretty difficult. The other reason they do that is so that fans can anticipate when to expect something new. Fans like to know when they're going to be getting something new. I like to know when I'm getting something. That's why we have tracking on packages. That's why, you get ETAs on your GPS whenever you're going somewhere. People like to know when things are going to happen. So by setting a set schedule for your music to be released, you're giving fans that consistency that they want to see with an artist. A great example of this is Russ. Russ, when he was coming up, dropped a song every single week, on the same day every week. So his fans knew, okay, if I go to SoundCloud at Friday at 3, I know that Russ is going to have a new single out. I don't know what it's going to be, I don't know what it's going to be about, but I know every single Friday at 3, if I go to this location, I will find new music from Russ. And that's part of the reason that Russ blew up to the level that he is today and has such a dedicated fan base. Like, Russ's fan base is one of the most hardcore dedicated fan bases that I feel like I see in hip-hop right now. Because Russ is widely unliked by a lot of people, but his fan base put him up on such a high pedestal because of the way he runs his brand and his business and his music. People can relate to him, they relate to the music, and that's why his fan base is the way they are. But consistency is huge, so make sure that you set yourself up a consistent schedule for when you're dropping, releasing new music, promoting new music. Make it consistent. So once you set a date, don't miss that date. Whatever you do, just keep going. That's really the key. That's number one reason why rappers don't succeed, is they're not consistent. So by being consistent with your music, you're already setting yourself above the rest of the rappers. Reason number 2 why rappers aren't able to succeed is because there's no strategy to what or when they're posting. And now, the first time I was talking about music, but now I'm actually physically talking about the way they promote their music. So social media, email lists, merchandise, anything that they have that's going to work as a marketing campaign or a marketing, technique for their music needs to have some strategy behind it. You can't just throw shit up against the wall and hope that it sticks and hope that fans love it and share it and comment on it and all these other things. You need to have a marketing campaign or a strategy plan that's going to help you put these things into play. So if you have a new single out, don't just post, random pictures of you playing with your dog or, your grandma's favorite chocolate chip cookies that she baked for you, or just some random things that come to mind. You want to have some strategy behind what you're posting. So if you have a new single coming out, drop the cover art on Monday of that week. Then on maybe Wednesday, you're dropping a behind the scenes snippet of you recording. And then on Thursday, you can talk about what the song means to you. And then on Friday, you could do a little question and answer. And then Saturday's when the song comes out. But now what you've done is you've kept that song on people's mind the whole week. You showed them the cover art, what it's going to look like, so they know what to expect. You gave them some behind the scenes, so they've heard a little bit of the song. They saw you creating it, gives them a little bit more of a connection to it. You answered questions about the song. you promoted your pre-save, you did all these things that had a purpose. So instead of you just like, here's a picture of me, here's some new clothes that I bought, here's the cover art, it actually has a sequence of why you're doing these things to build excitement, to build anticipation, to build the hype for when you drop your song, you drop your project, you drop a single, you drop merchandise, whatever you are planning to do. Make a little campaign or a strategy behind it. And now if you actually need help with that, I put together a video, I think it was like 2 weeks ago or something like that, on how to plan out your social media in under a half hour. So basically a week's worth of social media content in less than 30 minutes. And you can go download the free weekly social media planner kit that goes with it. So you guys have no excuses on your social media. You should know what you're posting, when you're posting, and what the post is for. What's the reason you're posting that piece of content? The number 3 reason that rappers aren't successful in their music career is they have no ability to network. And now this one I see all too many times, and it really is just like, it doesn't make sense to me because you literally use networking in every aspect of your life. You use it to get a girl, you use it to, ask for a raise at your job, you use it to talk to your parents, to really anything that you're doing where you're communicating with another human, that's networking. And the fact that so many rappers are just completely oblivious, one, to how they should be networking, but then the fact that they don't even attempt to improve it is a huge disservice to them in their career. So if you take that extra step and work on your networking and, focus on building relationships and become really good as a people person, you're going to give yourself a step up above these rappers because they don't focus on this, even though it's so important. Think about it. You're going to have to be talking to producers, you're going to talk to record label executives, you're going to be talking to DJs, other rappers, fans, tour booking agencies, all these different types of people. You're going to need to have a pretty strong networking ability. You should know how to deal with a whole bunch of different types of people, because unless you have a whole team behind you who does it for you, you're going to be in contact with a lot of different people, a lot of different personality types, and you're not going to necessarily be great at working with everyone, so you need to know a couple different common courtesy things to make sure that you're okay when you're talking to people in these scenarios. Know about how to provide value. Know about focusing on the other person. These are all really important and going to help to boost your career, because once you get good with people, people will begin to help you out and everything like that. And now if you want to find more out about networking and how to network as a rapper, I actually talk about it in my marketing course. If you want to go to musiccultmarketing.com or hit the link down below, you can learn all about marketing and networking, building relationships, when and what to post on your social media, pretty much everything I'm covering today. You can check that out down below, hit that link, and you'll just find a massive amount of information. Number 4 reason that rappers don't succeed is they don't invest back into themselves. And now investing doesn't always mean, just dropping money into yourself, though that is mainly what I'm talking about with this point. Investing could also mean time. Like if they're not investing time into their career, they're not taking time to, work on their verses, to perfect the songs that they have, to network with other people, to work on promotional strategies. If you don't invest back into yourself, you can't expect other people or record labels or fans to invest back into you, because they see you not investing into yourself, and that's a sign that you don't believe that you're going to be successful. By investing in yourself, you're basically telling the world, like, I don't need you guys to validate me. I don't need you guys to tell me I'm going to be successful, because I know I'm going to be successful. That's why I put the time in. That's why I put the money in. That's why I put my skin, my bones, blood, sweat, and tears into this music career, because it's going to be successful. It's going to happen, and it's what I need to do. But investing in yourself could also mean with money, like paying for studio time. It could mean buying your beats instead of just ripping stuff off of YouTube. It could mean paying somebody to teach you how to, market your stuff. Because I don't suggest going through a marketing company or having someone promote your stuff for you, because no one's going to be able to ever tell your story as good as you can. But you need to invest into learning how to do it for yourself in order to get to that next level. So let me know in the comments down below, what are you guys investing in your own career right now? Are you investing time to, work on your craft? Are you investing money for studio time? Did you buy yourself a home studio equipment? Maybe, like I said, a marketing campaign, Facebook ads. What are you investing into? Let me know down below. But investing into yourself is so important, because like I said, it just shows that you believe in yourself. And then when you believe in yourself and you show it through your action, not just through your words, that's when other people are going to start to believe in you, and they're going to start to put actions behind the words as well, and share your stuff, and buy your merchandise, or buy your new single, or stream this, or go to your tour. That's when those things start happening. When you show you believe in yourself, people will believe in you. And the fifth reason that rappers aren't successful with their music career is because there's no branding behind the music. That could mean a whole bunch of different things, but what I'm talking about is there's no personality, there's no character behind the music itself. Like, a lot of times people just want to make a song about this and then, post it on SoundCloud, share a couple posts about it, tell their friends to check it out, and that's that. Or, you come over here and you make a country song today, and then the next day you make a hip-hop song, then the next day you make a rock song, and there's no consistent brand behind it. Fans aren't going to know what to expect. They aren't going to know who you are. They're going to be very confused with the music that's being put out, especially if there's no brand behind it to tie everything together. And now, some really great brands, in my opinion, are like Tekashi 6ix9ine, which I know he gets a lot of flack for who he is, but he is a consistent brand. I mean, he's loud, he's obnoxious, he doesn't care what people think, he has the rainbow hair, he has the over-the-top jewelry and grills, he always rolls with the big entourage, like all these different things. When you see Tekashi 6ix9ine, you may not know any of his music, but you know all these things about him because that's his brand. So now the people that check out his music can fall back on the brand behind it. Another great example, at least back in the day, would be like Eminem with Slim Shady. So like, he had the whole Slim Shady brand and persona behind the music, to where even when he was on stage or doing interviews or being around people, he's just this goofy, weird, outlandish, over-the-top person, and it fell just in line with that Slim Shady character that he was rapping about in his music. When Slim Shady was rapping about, drinking a whole bunch and doing drugs and killing people and being wild and screaming and robbing banks and pretty much everything that he did, Eminem backed a lot of this stuff up just with the character that he portrayed himself as when he was out in public. And now people associated the two as each other, which that's what it was, but even though Slim Shady was just a brand of Eminem, it now became synonymous with each other. And now whenever you hear Slim Shady, you already know Eminem, Eminem's music, the movie, all these different things because of him positioning Slim Shady as a brand. That's what you need to do for your music. You need to create a brand behind your music. And that doesn't always mean coming up with a funky persona or personality or character. It just means have something that's consistent that falls behind your music. Drake has a brand. Drake's brand is like moody and emotional and dark and like has all these aesthetics, and it kind of reminds you of like driving through a city at night. At least that's what I get whenever I think of like Drake's brand. I don't know if that makes any sense to you guys, but all these things are associated with Drake, and like the OVO owl and like all this stuff like that. So now when you see these imagery or you hear about him, oh, that's Drake, that's 40, that's Noah Shabib, that's all these people involved with Drake because that's his brand, that's who he is. And you need to have a brand in order to be consistent as a rapper, especially in 2020 and beyond, because if you don't have a personality with social media and the internet and all these different things, you're going to get drowned out in the noise so fast. So be sure that you're consistent with dropping your music. Be sure that you have a strategy when you're posting and where you're posting and what you're posting. Be sure you work on your ability to network. That one is huge. We got to work on our ability to network. Be sure that you're investing into yourself and your music. And please be sure that you have a brand behind your music. Come up with something that's going to be consistent, fun, original to you, creative, and gives fans a reason to want to connect with you. Thanks for watching. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to the channel. That way you guys can get all this sauce whenever dropping new gems on how to be successful as an independent rapper. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.
I